Southwest. I am really wishing that I could be at school this morning worshiping with you all, but just wanted to take a moment, even though I can't be there, and just offer some reflections on a song that's come to mean a lot to me, which is Come Thou Fount. Really what I want to draw your attention to this morning is the fact that worship needs to be a balance between the head and the heart, and for me that's really hard because I can be very emotion driven. But when this song was first brought to my attention and all of the context and really the deep truth and the meaning was shown to me in a new way, it completely changed the way that I was able to worship and really to view worship and singing as an outpouring of a spirit first filled up with truth, and that just really changed the way that I'm able to worship. And so my invitation for you this morning is, since we can't all be together singing, to just let this be a morning where your worship is a reflection on truth, where you let your spirit be filled up and allow that balance to come, where both your head and your heart can be 100% engaged in what you're doing as you reflect on God and really what this song is all about. So I really hope you enjoy spending your day in reflection on Come Thou Fount.
Jesus saw me when a stranger wandering from the...
Good morning, Southwest students, and welcome to this week's encounter. I hope that this can be a time of encouragement and hope for you in the middle of your week. As many of you know, this is my last semester at Southwest as I transition home to be with my baby. And I was asked to share some final memories and encouragement with you, which I've written down. I've spent a lot of time over the past few weeks during this season of transition and e-learning, reflecting on the memories that we've shared together. And I'm filled with such gratitude for 5 years of getting to walk alongside each of you on your journeys. Even sitting in my living room today, I smile thinking about all the memories that we've shared together. Conversations in the classroom, at lunch and after school, sporting events, concerts and plays, homecoming week, the DR trip, worshiping together at Encounter, D groups, having full conversations with you in Spanish. These are just some of the many things that have made this place so special. In the unprecedented times that we're living in now, it may feel bittersweet to reflect on those memories. And maybe you, like me, long for just one more class period together, hearing laughter in the hallways, eating lunch with your friends, or attending one of those events. When our circumstances change, it can be so easy to focus on what we've lost and lose sight of what we still have and what has bound us together all along. Although our circumstances this semester have changed, and we haven't been able to share many of the moments that make the spring semester so special, and my heart feels that loss with you, I'm also hopeful, because the reason that we exist as a school, our vision, has not changed. And there is nothing more that I've loved about being your teacher than seeing you grow as disciples of Jesus, proclaim truth, and glorify God in your life's endeavors. I'm so encouraged today that our pursuit of God doesn't stop because our circumstances have changed, and that His presence is with us even when we may be far away from each other. As I thought about what last piece of encouragement I could give you, I kept coming back to a passage in Matthew 22, verses 34 through 40. When the Pharisees heard that He had silenced the Sadducees, they came together, and one of them, an expert in the law, asked a question to test Him. "Teacher, which command in the law is the greatest?" He said to him, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and most important command. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets depend on these 2 commands. Love God, love others." Such simple phrases, such profound, deep, joy-filled, and often difficult tasks. When I think of what words I could leave you with today, there's nothing better that I can think of. Love God, love others. There is no greater joy that I've experienced as your teacher than when you've made the decision to take your relationship with Jesus seriously. For some of you, that moment happened long before high school, and this has been a season of growing and deepening your relationship with Him. Others of you have learned what it means to love God with each passing year, and some of you are still figuring out what that looks like for you. Southwest is certainly a place where you can discover what that means, where you have people who will walk alongside you as you follow Him, and where opportunities abound to pursue a rich relationship with God. But one day, you will leave this place, your families and your home churches, and you will have to make the choice to continue to pursue and love God on your own. If I can encourage you as a sister in Christ, as a teacher who loves you, and as a fellow disciple of Jesus, with one thing, it is to love God. It is a pursuit that is never boring. With each passing year, I find that there are depths to Him that I did not know, and that the riches of His love, mercy, and grace are gifts that daily sustain me. Don't let a change in your circumstances or your environment be the reason that you stop seeking Him. Lean in, listen to His voice, love Him. And the second piece of encouragement, love others. Love the people that He has made in His image and loves so dearly. Whenever I tell people I'm a high school teacher, they always respond with, "I could never do that job." And I always reply that you guys are some of the best people on the planet. You are gifted, curious, and creative thinkers. You are funny and thoughtful and kind. You have surprised me over and over again in our conversations with your wisdom and your questions. It's a delight to know each and every one of you. It can be so easy to fall into ruts and rhythms with the people that you spend so much daily life with, and you forget to tell them that you love them, or even to show them in your actions that you value, respect, and care for them. It can be easy to surround yourself with people who are like you, who don't make you uncomfortable or challenge you to think differently. It's hard to love people who annoy you or make you feel disrespected. It's much easier to love people who will love you back. But Jesus calls us to more. Jesus calls us to love our neighbor, the people around us who may or may not be so easy to love. And pursuing Him first makes loving others possible. When we align ourselves with His heart, when we know it and we seek after it, we begin to have His heart for other people too. So today, on this Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, I want to challenge you to take a second to pause in the middle of your day and pursue your relationship with God. And I challenge you to think about someone that you could show His love to today who needs it. And then tomorrow, and the next day, and the next, and the one after that, and the next month, and the next year, and the years beyond. Continue to make that choice. Continue to orient your life around loving God and loving others. Even when things transition back to normal, you will have other moments in your life where your circumstances change and you may feel disoriented or displaced. Anchor your heart into an inheritance that can never perish, spoil, or fade. I'm so grateful that God allowed us to meet and to do life together over these past 5 years. I'm grateful to know you and to have seen Him working in you. Know that I will forever cheer you on as you run the race. I will steadfastly pray for you to know and to love Jesus more. I will pray that as you know Jesus, that many will come to know Him through you, and that you will personally know and experience the breadth and length and height and depth of His love for you. You are dearly loved. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I cannot wait to see God's plans unfold in the rest of your life.